Good morning, boys and girls. This morning in our Clever Comprehension book, which is the one with the boy and the girl flying on a pencil, and that has a whole lot of rhymes and stories in it. And then comprehend, as I said last week, means to understand what you read. So then they ask you questions on the story or the little poem or rhyme that you have read. And so we're going to look at the story for this week and then go through the questions for you to do on your own. So you don't need to get your book out right now. I'm going to explain it all to you, and then you can switch the video off and then you can try it on your own. So I've chosen the story, Comprehension 18, on page 36. Let me just open the book straight, that it's nice and flat on the table. And the reason why I've chosen it is because we are about to end our third term, and some of us may be lucky enough to be going on a car trip or an aeroplane trip or somewhere away from home on a little holiday, even if you're just going to visit grandma or one of your aunts or family somewhere, or maybe you're lucky enough to be going on a little holiday. We've had a long year all locked away, and now we're going to have a 2-week break before we end the year with our fourth term. So this is why I chose the story, The Car Trip. And let's hope that the children who are going on this car trip are not like Sister of the Berenstain Bears. Remember that, where they went to visit Aunt Dorothy and she kept saying, I don't have to, when her mom said that she needed to go to the toilet before she got into the car, and then suddenly they all had to, and they had to turn around and go all the way back home. So let's see what happens in this story. Oh, sorry, I knocked the camera. So, the car trip, and there they are all packed in their car, and they've even got their cases on the roof, and the boot is full of all kinds of things, and then the family is in the front and the back seat. Right, the car trip. We are going on a trip, not on a plane, not in a ship. We will ride in our new car. Buckle up, we will go far. Remember, buckle up means put on your seatbelt. And we need to remember that not only when you go far in a car should you buckle up, even if you're just going to the shop which is close to your house or round the block, wherever you go, as soon as you get in the car, you should put your safety belt on, because it's called a safety belt because it buckles you in and keeps you safe. Red light, stop. Green light, go. Orange light means slow, slow, slow. So when you see an orange light, it means you need to start slowing down, because after orange comes red. Baby brother starts to fret. If you fret, it means you're not happy and you're moaning. So baby brother, maybe he's getting hot, maybe he's getting tired, maybe he's hungry, thirsty. So he starts to fret. He's probably moaning and crying. And then sister says, are we there yet? Because it's taking so long. Shh, quiet now. Don't make a peep. Baby brother's fast asleep. So he was tired. So now he's gone to sleep. I'm as quiet as a mouse. And here we are at Grandma's house. So that's the story. And let's just have a look now. There are a lot of rhyming words at the end of the sentences. So trip and ship. Car, far. Go, slow. Fret, yet. Peep, asleep. Mouse and house. So, this whole little story has been written in rhyme, which is very difficult to do. And Dr. Seuss, those of you who might have been lucky enough to read some of his books, and some of his stories have been made into films, like The Cat in the Hat, The Lorax. There's a whole lot of them. He is a very talented man, and all of his work is in rhyme. So this whole thing is written in rhyming words. So now what you need to do is to read through this again on your own if you need to, and then you're going to answer the questions by colouring in true if it's correct or false if it's incorrect. So the first one, the family are in a plane. So if that is true, you colour in true, or if it's not correct, they're not in a plane, they're in something else, then you colour in false. And remember, you can only make it true or false. You can't colour in both. The car is very old. True or false? Remember, you can always go back and check in the story if you need to. The family, they are going somewhere far. True or false? In the car, the baby is playing. True or false? And then right at the bottom is a robot, and it asks you to colour it in the correct colours. Remember, stop says the red light, go says the green, slowly says the yellow light, winking in between. So, those three colours in the correct order. And then, on page 37, it asks you to have a look at all the doing words or the verbs in the poem, and then write them in the block below. So to circle them and then to write them in this block. So remember, the doing words are all things that we can do. So you're going to do this. Sorry, just let me get a pencil. Okay. The car trip. All right. We can trip over something, but this is a trip, a journey or a holiday. So that's not a verb. We are going on a trip. Going. So you would circle going because that is a verb. You can do this in colour. And then you would write it in the block. So the first one would be going. Right. Not on a plane, not in a ship. We will ride in our new car. What can we do in those sentences? Correct. And remember, you keep asking, can I? So can I not in a plane? No. Can I not in a ship? No. Can I we will? No. Can I ride? Yes. Ride. Right? In our new car, and we can't do any of that. So you're going to keep saying, can I? And if you can do it, you circle it because that's a verb, and you're going to write it on this page. So now the middle section are our comparisons or our similes, which we spoke about earlier on in the week. So we've done that, and then the rhyming words from the story, we've gone through those now. You're going to fill them in over here. So, what rhymes with car? They went. Slow and ship and mouse and. Right, so you're going to read the story, do the true and false questions, colour in the robot, find the verbs, find the rhyming words. And then that will be the end of the car trip because we have done our similes already. Okay, enjoy the exercise, and I hope that you complete it as best you can for our last week of term 3.